Yes boys, and we're back. It's your AshMann-SPORTZ Working Man's Road to Glory, episode 8, season 2. And as the title says, yes, we won E threshold, top threshold, second time running on the trot. Our boys coming up big time with the points there. We also hit a tier 3, and we would have literally been one decisive away, which we're going to get into, from potentially being a tier 1 on our all-star new line that we put in with our new players. So I've got fascinating things to go through today, guys. We're going to show new players that I've bought. I'm going to show what happened in game week 309 to 310, I think 309, 310 this week's that are currently going through the Champions League, Europa League matches for this week, the ones that are currently entered. And I'm going to potentially show you what I might be putting in for our big lineup, because it's the end of the Asia, the America, etc. This is our last time to put in probably up to 12 lineups. That's right, maybe 12, 13 lineups we're going to be putting in. So we're not going to obviously go through all of that today, but I might just quickly just show you a scan of what I potentially might put forward. And then what we'll do is, throughout the next couple of days in Discord, which you haven't done, like, subscribe, check out the information below. You'll see the Discord. We have a really good set of lads in there, 5 or 6 lads. They all know what they're talking about. So it's really good. We all help each other out, so make sure you're part of that. Now, further ado, let's get stuck in. What I want to say is, if you are brand new to Sorare for the first time, absolutely amazing. You're coming in at the right time to do it. Even though we're going through a bit of an economic crisis as it is, this is not financial advice, but what I would say is that ETH is at an all-time low, and it means that if you do want to put money into the game now, you can get players that you know, for £2, £3 have the ability to go out there and smash and get you decisives and big rewards. So you don't need to be pouring a huge amount of money into the game like you would have had to maybe do, you know, the last year or two gone by. So it's a good time to start. Now, if you are new and you want to do it, you can see that there is a referral link here, which starts with HTTP and all the way to AshMann-88. All you need to do is sign up with that link. Go to your market right here, go into new card auctions where you bid like an auction online, and as I say to you, you buy 5 cards, you will get a free limited. I get a free limited, which are the little yellow ones right here. These are the 5 lads that have already gone ahead and done it, so it works. And some of these lads now, he plays in the MLS, absolutely amazing. He's starting to get some game time. This defender, Russian defender or something, Ukrainian, he's just had only the last game week got a score of 80, 90 points, which, guys, in this game, anything over 60 to 100 is amazing. So absolutely brilliant. And again, we've got another defender here. So it just shows you can win rewards. Actually, players go on to play. Yeah, so this is a good time to do it. If you get 30 or we get 30, we get a unique, and if we do that, whatever money we get, we pour straight back into the game. So everyone's a winner, chicken dinner. That's right. So let's get sucked straight in. What we're going to do is we're going to go live, and we're going to go to previous. So we're going to go to the past, so you can see exactly, like, not gone to the future. When he goes gone to the future, but he always goes back to the past. Yeah, we're going back to the past. And here's the threshold team. Here we go, the boys coming up trumps. My guy, Kenneth Paul, I bought him for 126 smackers. Yes, that's not kudos, that's sterling. Now he's worth like 200, well, in fact, it's like £250 to go and buy him. Why? Because this guy just hits and hits. He only knows how to hit between 60 to 100 points each game. He doesn't do anything less than 60. My guy, this is how he runs. So we captain him every single week. QPI plays sometimes midweek and weekend, which is brilliant. Now this Mohammed El Hankori, this guy I actually bought for around £77. He literally jumps from 80 to £130, depending if he has a good week or a bad week. Right now he's sitting around that £130, £140. I can literally double my money nearly on him, which I might do, because I might be coming in with a big striker, and I've got 3 strikers to show you guys. But before we do that, I just need to know something. What is happening here? It shows he's got 88 points, which is not right. just not right. 80 plus his 10%, 88, amazing. You've got a 10% bonus, that's right. But if we have a look here, 99.2. And that's without his bonuses. These are all pre-bonus. So pre-XP, so that's 99.2 plus his 10. You do the maths, it's another 9.9, so it's about 10. So we should have about 109, 110 points, roughly there or thereabouts. So what is with this 88? I have no idea. It doesn't matter. We hit 262 points, but really, I should be sitting on at least 271, 272. So that's just a bit of a joke. So that just hasn't updated. Now, we're going to go straight into this, because this, man, this, I could have cried. In fact, I may have cried, I'm not going to lie. Now, we have a look at this team. We spent nearly 600 quid, 550, 600 quid on this team. I put them out thinking these are the boys to do it. They all had cracking lineups, you know, first verse 20th, third verse 17th, etc. All within their respective leagues. So we go ahead and check this bad boy out. We go, bang, where is he? Gerard Delafou, he goes and gets me an assist. Teddy Toumé, an assist. Gilham here. Gilham, an assist. Danny DeWitt gets injured after 60 odd minutes, gets pulled out, but not before this boy comes in, it's a goal. So 4 new players, 4 decisives, amazing. Then I go to Lars Unnerstall. I've been checking this guy plays every single match, even when he's asleep in bed, he's still kicking the ball. He's always there, he's always playing. And I don't know if it was the day beforehand or the day of, and he just wasn't feeling well. They didn't play him. They went on to actually win 3-0 in that game. If I click there, yeah, 3-0, 20. And their goalkeeper got 66 odd points with probably bonuses, 65, 70 points. Now, this is what it really, oh, man. Oh, I can't. Oh, I have to just, because I'm just starting to sleep. You know, I was having nightmares, so I'm just starting to actually sleep, and here I am now. I'm having to focus on this. All right, Ash, get yourself back together. Right, so get this. All right, come here. Have a look at this. 1.8 T3, but that's not the problem. You know, it's not a problem. If he had got, which he historically, if I click him and we have a look, and please say the internet loads up, because I need you to see this. I need you to know what I'm feeling right now. If I go to his scores and we have a look, does he play or not? We paid 156, 160 quid on him. He plays every match barring these 3 here. This he wasn't feeling well. Now we have a look. He'd got a clean sheet, no doubt. Now his lower clean sheet scores are that 63, 61. In reality, he hits between 70 and, you know, he's done 100, but really 70 to 80 points. Let's say he gets 75, I'm just saying hypothetically. We go here, and we had 75 points on to what we would have got here, and we needed 76.98, and let's just round it, we're saying 75, with XP and stuff, on top of that, you know, we're looking at, I mean, it's got 0.6 actually, so actually, he's actually got good XP, so he would have hit that 76, 77. He would have either got a really, really high, and we're talking a point away from tier 1, or he'd have just scraped in tier 1 and got us a very, very low tier 1. But the reality is, that means my first week entering this, I would have come out with a tier 1. And I've been struggling maybe 2 or 3 times in the last 9-10 months to just get a tier 3. So it's going from that, in 1 week of changing my club up, going straight to a tier 1 would have been incredible. Imagine me opening a pack in a tier 1 or something and letting you know what I got, even if it was only 50 quid, or I think most tier 1s go from minimum of £100 upwards from when I've done some research. So I mean, it's just a kick in the sack, honestly, and I'm on about the ball sack right now, you know, it's not great. But what it does tell me is that I'm on the right track, I'm doing the right things, I matched them up perfectly. It was just unforeseen circumstances, and I know some of you guys in the Discord have told me that it's happened to you on the day, and you know, I feel your pain, man, absolutely feel it. But let's go back to it. So on this one, we didn't get a reward. We're never going to talk about this ever again, yeah? We're never going to talk about this. ETH, we already know, I've got the top end, amazing. I don't want to sacrifice maybe selling him while he's at a top of 130, 140 quid. Add some money to it and then get myself a solid strikers. I've got a few players on the transfer list, FIFA terms, that are on the market, so I might actually be able to get up to around 220 quid, go and get myself, and I've got a striker right in mind. But before we do that, let's go into here. I matched them up, absolutely great game, kept a clean sheet, got an assist, etc. So we got we didn't even get tier 3, we got a star play, which again I'll show you who I got, but it just showed you to even get a tier 3 here, we're talking, You know, I mean, I hit nearly 400 points, and even if I hit 400 points, you're not even going to get tier 3. These guys, man, look at this. To get into tier 3, or, I mean, there's another 50 points there, tier 2. I mean, it is hard, honestly. You need people to be literally hitting, you know, everybody has to hit decisive. Your goalkeeper, defenders, midfielders, strikers, everybody's got to have decisive or an incredible AA of 40, 50 points. Just ridiculous. So really, the best we can ever hope from this is if we get a tier 2, but really it's just getting them stars week in, week out. And then the more star players you get, I suppose the better chance you've got potentially of going up. Go on to the next one real quick. Challenger Europe. These were just people who just threw in. Obviously, you know, I got my boy here, hit me an 85.8 with his captaincy. Brand new player for Club Bruges. So I'm absolutely amazed that he got that. And in fact, he just played yesterday and I've got him in my lineup, which again I'll be showing you in a moment. And he also kept a clean sheet and got another 80 odd points. So this guy is an absolute baller. These players were just put in. I was a bit disappointed with Erkin because Erkin, for me, you know, as I said, he isn't my first choice defender. He's potentially my second choice defender, but you know, he only got 20 odd points. How long did he even play for? Let's have a quick look. Erkin, let's have a look. Where is my thingy-my-bob? Yeah, I mean, there it is. Yeah, how long did he play for? That's what I'm asking, man. He played for the 90 minutes, yeah, so there you go. He played for the whole game and only got... I mean, that's his lowest score in a very long time, I'll be honest with you. So we'll let him off with that, yeah? We go into America, and again, just a kick in the sack, guys. Why? I think I lined these up absolutely beautiful, I'm not going to lie. I think this was a team that was only ever going to get me maybe a tier 3. But this guy here, it's absolutely crazy, you know? I go on to him, and he's keeping a clean sheet, absolutely banging it in, and then all of a sudden, Columbus Crew comes out of nowhere. They put on Derek Etienne. 85th minute, something stupid like that. 20 minutes he played, sorry. So yeah, 70th minute it must have come on, 75 minutes into the match. He comes on, bags himself a brace, doesn't he? Which meant that then obviously I lost there. But I would have only got a tier 3 anyway. It doesn't matter because he bagged a brace. Further down, we're going to see actually how it helped us. We're going to Champion Asia, kept a clean sheet, but got injured or something in the 90th minute. So it is what it is, and these guys... I matched them as good as I could, honestly, guys. There's nothing, you know, you can't help. We're going to here, 120 points from tier 3, so we didn't get nothing. But what I was happy with is Martin Zubimendi, because this guy is only, you know, 23 in real life, and he got me an assist and a goal. So because he hasn't been really doing it too well, he plays like a CDM. So for him to get a goal and assist, it'll be interesting to see actually if he played from Cam or midfield, because for a CDM to get an assist and a goal, that is pretty special, I'm not going to lie. Let's have a look. You'll see, he plays, there you go, see, there we go, yeah, he played slightly further forward. So, yeah, he played further forward. We were against Girona, so it wasn't against the best team in the world anyway. He had a great AA score, but also got his 2 decisives. So, as I said, he got well over 121 points. I'm happy with that. Then we go on to our legends real quick. We didn't qualify for anything. Bit disappointed with this. Why? Again, was against Bruges, and again, in my opinion, I thought they were going to spank them all over, and they didn't, and I'm really disappointed because I was really expecting a lot from Castro Montes. I was really putting a lot of pressure on this guy to do well. He plays as like a right winger predominantly, and he plays Hyun Suk Kok. We definitely don't want that. This guy here, what can I say, man? He played at a cam. He didn't really get me now. So this is what it is. Borja Iglesias, absolutely incredible season. Now he's got a call up for his national team as well. So I'm happy, but he just didn't do now. So it is what it is. We'll forget about this. You can't win everything. Specialist, again, we're a million miles away from getting it. Why? We had Dave Roof, who conceded 3 goals again. Obviously, again, goalkeeper Vitinho, one of you boys, Shrewsbury Wolf, I think you mentioned in the private PM me, saying that Vincent Company does like to rotate his players, so the chance of Vitinho playing, it may not work. It didn't. You're absolutely right. So I could have maybe changed that up. Next time we will. Yeah, I've got Aspas, only played for the last 15-20 minutes of the match, if that. He didn't get a goal. But again, this is some of these players that I've picked. It's the worst games they've ever had, or they've just not scored some of them. But that's right. That means the next games they'll go on now to score, so I'm happy. Underdog Limited, it is what it is. You know, we put it in. We didn't keep a clean sheet, but nearly got 60 points, so we're quite happy there. And again, Morales came in from the bench. Fcan came in from the bench. Agard didn't even play, but it wouldn't have counted anyway with being underdog. And they said didn't keep a clean sheet. Kevin Vogt as well, normally always hits around 50-60 points, even if they concede. He's a pretty stable, he's like their best defender. And while the captain's out Klubner, and he went in there and, you know, against Hertha, I thought they were going to win generally, but apparently they didn't, and they were playing away as well, I suppose. And then we go to Underdog Limited. Now, when Derek Etienne came on and blasted that brace, I was devastated. But at the same time, I'm looking at my scores and thinking, well, that's tier 3 gone for America. But at the same time, I'm looking and rubbing my hands thinking, Underdog Limited, 45. We're in with a shot here. Obviously, Jetmir hadn't played. He hadn't played at this point. So only these 4 boys had. And I'm thinking, when the game finished and I'm like 115 points nearly, I was happy with that, thinking, you know, all I need is Jetmir to go there and hit me a decisive. I'm not asking for much. Just get me an assist, a goal. I think I deserve that. And did he? Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He got me a goal, which meant we went straight into tier 3. If one of these had got an assist or a goal or kept a clean sheet or whatever, I may have got a tier 2. But guys, over a tier 3, it was like a £2 play, which I'll show you now. Are we really bothered? I mean, we're happy with the fact that we got something, but it is what it is. Now, we go on to the player that I've just gone and bought in the last day or so from sales. So again, I've not put money into the game in the last week or so. The last sort of 10 days, 14 days, I've put not a single penny, God's honest truth, into it. I've been putting a lot of money into it, but not the last week or two. And the reason being is, as you guys know, I've kind of complete clear out. I've got rid of a lot of my players. You know, some of them are right players, such as Akanji for Man City when he moved from Borussia Dortmund, Sven Botman for Newcastle, and you know, I mean, we had some other rotational players like Modric, played fantastic for his country and stuff, but again, he is going to probably be retiring. In fact, he said he might go on for another year or so, but he most likely will retire next year or two. And guys, unless he assists or scores, his actual AA, believe it or not, isn't actually that fantastic. He normally comes out with 40, 50 points. I need players now that are just going to, you know, predominantly hit that 60 or above. I know that's hard, I know that's a big ask, you know, I want all my players, but if you're buying players that in the last 40, 15 and 5 are always 60 or above, then they're proven over a long period of time that they might hit some of them 50s, but they might hit some of them 70s as well, which is why they're at that 60 to 70 mark, you know. And that's what I want at the moment. We're trying to scrape for the last 9 months with players, you know, that can potentially hit 1 in 3 or 4 games, a decisive. So, you know, they might have a good 15, but a crap 5, or a good 5 and a crap 40 or something. And with them players, you know, it's just long term, they're great for like underdogs and stuff like that, because they have the ability to go and get you something. But depending on them for your big challengers, your Europes, your All-Stars, you know, your whatever, you know, the ones where you're really putting your money into, you're never going to get anything. That's just a fact. Unless it's a fluke or a, you know, strike of God, you're not going to get it. So for me personally, I wanted 3 big goalkeepers, 3 big defenders, 3 midfielders, 3 strikers, so week in, week out I can rotate depending on who's got the best lineups. I wanted every single player to more or less be able to hit them 60s on a consistent basis, and this is why I've gone in for Nuno Santos. Is he my absolute first choice striker? No, I have another striker that I'll be putting in before him, but I'll show you what I've got. But right now, Nuno Santos, I went and picked him up for £72 right here, 72.25. He was climbing, and he's gone up to 80, which is surprising because he's just had a game last night and they got absolutely spanked against Marseille. I watched the full match, and you know, I mean, they scored instantly. But then just, you know, the goalkeeper conceded daft goals, then got red carded, then they put on another goalkeeper. Then, it was just ridiculous, which we'll show you in a sec. But I got him for 72 quid. I could flip him now for 80 quid if I want, but I'm not. He is now part of the gallery. He's only young, and when I say young, guys, he's only, 27 in real life. I mean, he's got potential to obviously play for another 5 more years, 6 more years, depending on you know, availability, etc. 57, 61, 58, but if we have a look at his actual 28th overall 4 forwards. And if we have a look here, I mean, you can kind of clearly see, I mean, minus this game, which is one of his worst games that he's had in a very long time. You look at this long stretch here from 98, which obviously was a great game for him. But if we have a look here, we're looking at 70s, 80s, 60s, 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 70s, 70s. So, you know, he has more than enough. 17 goal contributions in the last year, and if we have a look at just the last sort of 3 months, there's 5 goal contributions. And if we have a look at the last month, look, he's had 6 games because they're playing midweek. In 6 games, he's had 4 contributions. That's a 66% ratio back. I'm very happy. Look, and it's not as if he even got 2 goals and 2 assists in 2 separate games, and the rest he played crap. Like, one game he come on as a sub, got a goal. Another game he was on for 90 minutes, got a goal, and then, you know, had a mediocre game, and that was his 46 points. Then he assists, and then, so, you know, in every 2 out of 3 games in that ratio, he's going to be doing all right. So you just got to put him up against the right people, but he is going to play most of the time. So there's Nuno Santos. Now we have a quick look at the players that I've just gone and got awarded. I wish I could have gone ahead and done this like live or something, guys, but I think when we do the live content, I think what I need to start doing is maybe saying to you guys a specific date and time that we're gonna go live, we're gonna pick teams, and so then we can actually get it in. What I don't want to do is just go live and then no one knows about it, and then the odd person is just on YouTube at that time, and I might get 2 or 3 people looking. What we need to do is create a date and a time. So if you guys want me to, this particular weekend, I mean, when is the next game week? We'll have a look in a second, but maybe this weekend we'll organise a date and a time, something like maybe Sunday 2 o'clock or something like that, where we'll go on, we'll do a 1-hour stream, and literally we'll have a look at my gallery, maybe have a look at some of your galleries, we'll have a chin wag, but we'll do that this weekend. So if you're up for it, Sunday 2 o'clock, message me, comment, and obviously let me know in the Discord. Let's get a bit of community going, let's have a bit of a chin wag. I want to see your thoughts on a lot of stuff as well, not just me sitting here yabbing, yeah. So we have a look. I did get a few little boys in the club as transfers, just trading some of my players that don't really make sense, that don't fit into the criteria, and trading for a few players that potentially will do something in the future or are currently playing right now. For example, Hasabi only played last night, kept a clean sheet. He's 38 in real life, so he's an old, you know, he's an older. I'm not saying he's old because I'm 35 next year, so I'm not going to say he's old. He's older, but he's old in football terms. We'll get there. So this was the reward that I got. I got a under 23s, which is brilliant, which means we can go ahead and play him in the under 23s. But he is in the K League, I believe, K League, J League, which we know doesn't restart again. I think they might have 1 more week left on the game week, 1 or 2 more weeks, but then they're done until February, I do believe. You guys might be able to correct me, but I think it's February, which means we've got somebody there. He obviously does play and has the ability to get decisive, so maybe just for a couple of pounds, a rotational player. I was happy with that. This was our star player. Again, it's a young 24-year-old goalkeeper playing for Feyenoord. He is Eredivisie, so he's from the Netherlands. Well, he's not from Eredivisie. What I mean is he's from the Netherlands. Netherlands orientation. Nationality. I'm trying to think what I'm talking about here. So there we go. Eredivisie, Feyenoord. Yes, there we go. But that's the league. That's the team. Now, if you have a look here, he has the ability to keep clean sheets. He does play all the time, which is absolutely brilliant. And again, you know, I think it's a great player to just have there in there, because sometimes when you want midweek teams and stuff, you want them. So I'm happy with that. So there were and of course I got the ETH. Now the ETH brings me to now around about £58. So I got about nearly 60 quid. My next buy that I will be going for is Anastasios blah 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 blah. We have a look here. Bakasetas, there we go. Now we have a look at Bakasetas. Now we know he plays for a country, we know he plays midweek, we know he plays during the week, we know that he's a baller, and we know that he smashes scores for fun. So this will be my 3rd and final midfielder moving forwards. If you have a look here, 5 contributions, plays every single minute in the 7 games, and he's just a killer. So we're going to be going for him. He costs around about £94, £95 currently, which is absolutely fine. So I've got a £60 tier. I've got a couple of players on the transfer market, which I believe is a couple of my rares, one around £30, one about £15, so I should be able to do it. £94. It doesn't matter if I go for a 0.11%. At the end of the day, to get one of these, that's over £100. It's a 10% increase, isn't it? Is it 5%, 10%? For me, I'd have to pay what, £95 gets me around a 2.5% unless somebody puts one on the market. Otherwise, I've got to start hitting that 100 threshold, which I don't want to do. So I don't mind going up to £95. So probably one of these 2.5s here. Yeah, one of these guys is what I'm most likely to be buying within the next sort of hour or two. So I'll definitely be buying them today. And the reason being, if we have a look at my overall squad, I will show you now. 1 second. This is the next steps that we're going to be going on. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I just want you to see where my club's currently at right now. So, in terms of sort of value amount and everything, let's have a look. So just shy of £2,000. Time I actually get back to Setters and put him in, he's about £95 as you've just seen there. So that will bring me to nearly £2,100. So we're doing pretty well now. That'll bring me close to 1 3/4 ETH. So once we hit that sort of 2 ETH threshold in terms of rewards and further investment, we're going to be cooking with gas. But if I show you where I'm currently at with my team more than anything else, goalkeepers, I want 3 main goalkeepers that play week in, week out, and the other goalkeepers for me can just be rotational. So I've got goalkeepers galore here. We've got Lars Understall that plays midweek and during the week. We have Davy Ruth, who plays midweek, Europa Conference League, I believe, and obviously normal weekend. Now, he is rotationary during midweek. He does have another goalkeeper who deputises, but he's only young as a goalkeeper, and I think personally, if they get further along within their respective Conference League and make it further, I think he will start playing midweek as well. So I will potentially have 2 options, but I've got 1 definitely. In sort of during the normal week matches though, again we've got La Understall, Gavenk for the Turkish League. We've got Piri, who's just kept a clean sheet, so I'm very happy with that. And I've gone David Roof. We've also got this goalkeeper here, Tino Casali, who's only just started to actually start getting back into the team, and now he's just made an appearance. And I feel like he can't be any worse than the last goalkeeper that was playing for that team, still conceding 3 or 4 goals every single match. So I think they've just come off a win. He did concede a couple of goals, but they've come off a win. So I feel like he will go on now to have a stretch of games. We've got Braden Horst, who doesn't play but could potentially play, and I've got a load of goalkeepers here that just don't play and they could all go for me. I've just collected them as I've been going, but I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 definite players who are the main number 1s. I've got Tino Casal, and then obviously these 2 goalkeepers here, they're coming to their end of their leagues. So goalkeepers were stacked, we're good to go. In terms of defenders, this is where we're currently at. I mean, he's an absolute baller, Kenneth Paul, an absolute baller. If you do not have this guy in your team, it is a crime, an absolute crime on him and QPR. You've got to go and get him. Honestly, I cannot lie. He's got like 5 straight games, 60 plus, 70 plus, 80 plus every single game. He's solely responsible for why we're really smashing ETH in our threshold. He is a monster in thresholds, about 230, 250 quid, so might not want to get him for there, but for your limited, I mean, I'd put him in my all-star. He's that good. He's kind of taken over. So if we have a look here, we've got Gilham, which is probably our main, him and Kenneth Paul are our main defenders that we'll put in. In terms of sort of my mid-tier ones who potentially have the ability to go as in my first, depending on game weeks, is Alessio Castro Montez and Brandon Machiel, I'm butchering his name there, and also Kner Erkin. So these are 3 players for me that have the ability. They're mid-tier to top-tier defenders, and obviously these boys here are my absolute top defenders. So this is again, I'm completely stacked in different leagues with defenders. Midfielders, I have on here, we've got Teddy Tuma, which again he's just come off an assist, amazing. And I've got Danny DeWitt. He did just come off injured for AZ Alkmaar, but I'm hoping that, you know, it was 60 odd minutes into the match, they pulled him straight away. I don't know if it was a hamstring, I've not done the research, but if you guys know, tell us. I might just go on to the transfer market thing where it shows his injury and potential coming back dates. So we've got an amazing midfielder there. It's just whether or not how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully he's just straight back, and that's why I need a backer setters as well, so that will be my third and final top tier midfielder that all have the ability to smash assists and goals and cracking AA scores. So them three are very much in there. And then again, my mid tier midfielders is more like Hyun Seok Hong, and I would probably say Valentin Orangier. They're like my mid-tier midfielders, and you know, you might be able to put Martin Zubimendi, Efkan, you know, if they're playing, but really I want three top tier ones. I need backer sets for here. In terms of forwards, this is where we are now. We have Gerard Deulofeu, Udinese in the Serie A, and again he come out with an assist. Amazing. We've got Nuno Santos, again, absolutely fantastic. You know, he might not bang as many in assists as Iago Aspas or Gerard Deulofeu, but he contributes. His work ethic is amazing, his A scores are great, and he does have the ability, and he's got an 8% bonus. I'm very happy with that. Iago Aspas, again, he might be 34, 35 in real life. I believe he's actually with them for another year or two contract-wise, so we're absolutely amazing. There's no problem whatsoever. So they're my top three strikers, and again, we have mediocre strikers such as Borja Iglesias has the ability, you know, Derson on his day can do it, you know, some of these players, but again, top tier players. And this is what I want. So when you go into your underdogs and you're allowed to, and you're all, you know, you're specialists, and you're allowed to put in a couple of 60 rated players or something, the players that won't make All-Star, they have the ability to drop into them leagues and then buffer them up with the other players, because the players that can only hit 40 or, you know, below, majority of the time, unless you've got an absolutely awesome guy, most of them aren't going to hit them top tier. That's why they're 40 or below in the last 15, because historically they're not that good, you know. When you've got these players who have the ability to get 80, 90 points, it means that if they only get 30 points, it's really even out to 260, which is too decisive. So you've just got to sort of work it out. But in my opinion, moving forward for the next 8-9 months of this season, is having 3 or 4 top tier defenders, midfielders, strikers and goalkeepers for rotationary, for injury, and depending if you've got first, second, but I can put third, 15th because I have the players to do that, I'm going to do that. So it works out for me. I'm very happy. Once I get this backer setters, I'm going to be great. In terms of my ether, in terms of this is where I want to do it. The 3 players that I'm thinking of right now is... I've got them right here, guys. The 3 players that I'm looking at is either Kevin Van Veen, which is, we might as well just use this one real quick. Sorry if this video is going on, guys, but I won't even bother about what I'm going to do for next game week. I'll just upload that on a separate thing, but I'll just show you these players real quick. So Kevin Van Veen, he plays in the Scottish SPL, Scottish Premier League, Motherwell. They don't play midweek. In terms of price, I mean, he's just rocketed. Well, hang on, let's go on to his rare. We're looking at... What's mad, guys, that I'm able to actually look at rares and things now. I remember when I first started with like 50 quid, 100 quid, and now I'm looking at plays at 115, thinking, how can I just get these into my team? It's mad how, you know, 9-10 months can really make a difference. Another 3 months from now, if I carry on making rewards and some big rewards, maybe a star or something T1, which is what I generally think will happen between now and Christmas, you know, I'll have the ability to really improve all these squads even further, which is just great, you know. So 150 quid, he's most like the one who's within my budget right now. If I didn't get backer setters right now, if I'm saying backer setters is correctly, if you have a look at his scores, well, sorry, yeah, that's probably important, isn't it? If you have a look at his scores, he's just got an 83. Oh my god, I was literally going to buy him as well. No way. I literally was going to buy this guy 3-4 days ago. I was going to buy him specifically for for that game week, sorry, so it might be in a week ago, and I thought, oh, I won't do it because, you know, Nah, no, 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 no. I was putting my money into my limiteds and was bolstering them up, which is great, and I'm very happy I've done that. But I was going to get him, and imagine if I did. I mean, actually, it doesn't really matter, does it? 'Cause if I got him, I've still hit the two. I've still hit the top threshold. Whether I got him or I didn't, my player hit 97 points apparently or something. So actually, it really makes no difference. But at least you can see here, he has the ability. Look at this: goal, goal, goal. He had a bit of a run here, but then he goes and scores a hat trick. So he's probably within my. I could literally just exchange him straight. Do you think I should get El Hankari and just sell him straight for him? It's basically give or take 10 quid, 15 quid. It's the same price. He has the ability to be more reliable. The other guy probably has the ability to hit them high scores. He had a couple of 90 odd, 100 odd. He hasn't. But look at this. Look how much of a stretch of games he was on there. So he might actually be just a straight swap, and that's probably a realistic swap because I want back the setter. So this is probably just a realistic straight, straight for straight shot. The next one, I can upgrade to him, is the next guy, which is Marcus Pink. Now Marcus Pink is from the, I'm just spitballing here, I want to say Austrian Bundesliga, which I believe he is. And he is from the Austrian Bundesliga. And again, we have a look at his price, rare-wise, and we can see that we're about to hit 35 minutes now. £171. Again, when you go on to here, it might be a little bit more, but again, we have a look at his scores, and he has the ability to smash goals and assists, 18 in total. He isn't, for me, maybe as consistent. Well, because if you look, yeah, he scored a hat-trick. He's just had a bit of an awful game, actually, which is why his price is actually very low. But he actually, I think, is overall is a better player. I do believe he's a better player for the team in a less. It's hard to say. What's your opinion, guys? If you have a look here, he's just coming off a really nice runner form. This is like the August. I don't care about what he's done historically. A new season is a new start. And if you have a look, he actually is on fire. He's had the worst game here, but he normally is on fire. He might be another one really we should be thinking. Also, his run of games looks better in my opinion. So there's a second one, and for him, I might be worth me just selling another one or two crappy players for 20 quid and then getting him as well. So have a think which one, and then the third and final one. This is the top boy. This is the one that I really want, but it would sacrifice having to get back the setters and selling obviously my El Hankori. I'm probably even putting 20 quid or something to it. But if I was to do that, I could come out with this guy who's about £250 when I last looked. Now he would be the upgrade probably for the whole year. So it wouldn't be, if I got one of these guys, I'd probably even upgrade. This guy is just my final upgrade for this year. And if we have a look, he's an absolute baller. Wolfsberger, Austrian Bundesliga. We have a look, yeah, £291. I think he has gone down to about £250 currently. So he would be, he's like the end boss. Now we have a look at this guy here. We can see he's on, oh yeah, look at that. I mean, that's what you want to see, don't you? Bang, 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 bang. I mean, this might have to be the guy. What are you guys thinking? Sacrifice back the setters just until I win more rewards and go and get this guy, or get back the setters now, so for rotational midweek, and then with rewards and ETH over the next, week or two, in the next couple of weeks, this month at some point, sell obviously Hankori and get him. So what she thinks, it's just that Hankori now is at that 130, 140 quid. He only has to have one bad game week. I've seen him only a week ago, he went down to 80 quid. So do I capitalise on selling him right now and improving him to at least one of the other strikers just for the time being? Tell me what you think, and then tomorrow we'll act upon this, yeah? So that's this one here. So this is the end guy, yeah. I mean, this is who I want. I know I want him, so that's what it is. And then we have a look where we are currently right now this second. These are the teams that I have out sort of midweek. We have, again, Kenneth Powell coming up. Trumps, Nuno Santos having a bit of an off game, but the guys got smashed. And to be fair, they've already won the two. They only have to draw or win in the next match, and they've qualified anyway. So I feel like he's going to go on. These guys have still yet to play, don't play yet. Again, Lewandowski, he assists or scores every week, hasn't done it so far, but this is where we're currently standing. We go on to Challenger. We don't really care, these were just odds and ends players. I put Danny DeWitt, he's definitely not an odds and ends, but because he was injured or potentially not playing, I've just put him into this team, so if he does play, he gets the XP or sub or whatever, so I've just put him in there. Champion Europe, these are just random players that I had left over, and they managed to make up a squad, so I put them in there. Kick-off, we've put them in, and this is where we're currently at with it. Kept a clean sheet, didn't score, got beat 2-0 against Porto, but at the same time, respectable amount, 46 points, and these guys are yet to play. We need him to get, we need decisives all around here. We just need decisives, so that's what we want. I think Iglesias is going to come up with goals. You heard it here first. And then we go on to the next one, Specialist, only 26 points away from tier 3. You don't need mad amount points to get a tier 3 in this. If I don't come out, well, I might not come out with tier 3 because my goalkeeper won't play first and foremost. Valentin Rongier only got 28 points. I would need a full decisive off Trimmel if he even plays, and I would need a decisive. 2 decisives here might get me a tier 3, otherwise that's gone. Underdog Limited, literally no one's played yet. We've got Vitinho playing tonight, but no one's played yet, so we don't know. Honestly, guys, I don't know what's going to happen here. This is the only ones that I really care about. It's right at the top is the All-Star, and again, I would need clean sheet, and I would need him to play. Remember, he doesn't mainly play the midweek ones until further down, so he might not play. So I need decisives off both of these players, if not all of them. So we don't know what's going to happen. I don't think I'll get anything this game week, but we'll see. But the next one will go on Discord. I'll enter it on Discord. Please link up, like, subscribe, show your boys some support, because man's putting in thousands of pounds into the game. Man's starting to win rewards. Man's starting to actually show you that there is a way around. You've just seen yourself. The evidence is the evidence. I've entered each twice, hit top threshold. Yes, maybe a bit of luck, but I've managed to do it. We can now even improve threshold team even further, striker for striker. We've shown that the All-Star. I've got rid of useless half the players, got in a dozen new players that all play, all hit, and honestly, guys, now I think the gallery's in an incredible position right now. I'm super happy with it moving forwards. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I hope you guys are enjoying my progression through it as well, and obviously, yeah, I always would love to hear about your feedback, your progression, your notes, and I think we can win results together. So, as always, guys, I love you. I'm gonna leave you. From me to you, peace out.